to my channel. My name is Tanya. If you're new to my channel, then I hope you'll consider subscribing. And if you're not so new to my channel, then thank you very much for your support. So I'm going to do today in a very oh, my eye's twitching. Can you see? Zip, start again. I'm going to do today a non-makeup artist get ready with me. And the reason I'm going to do this is because in some of my outfit of the day videos that I've shown on this channel and my previous, I tend to show smoky eyes, and many people have complimented me on those. So I thought that, and I've asked, and people have asked me to show how I do it. Bearing in mind, I am not a makeup artist at all. The only makeup application knowledge I have is by watching tutorial after tutorial after tutorial. Let me tell you, endless. But I find them fascinating because I love the creative looks that some people come up with. I'm all about a striking look, and I can do my simple plain ones, and I can do something a little bit more elaborate. Bearing in mind, my elaborate is not as elaborate as makeup artists' elaborate. So let's keep that in mind. A lot of these, or what I'm going to show you today, I have worn to work and I've done in the morning. I know how to do it now so that it doesn't take too long. It did take me a while to build up to this though, I must admit. So this is the face I was born with, except less wrinkly and smaller when I was born. Anyway, so this is it. This is how I am for my age, bearing in mind that, you know, some people say that for a certain age group that you should only wear things, certain makeup a certain way, blah, blah. I'm not about that. It's what I like. It's what I want to wear. I'm putting it on my face. I'm not putting it on anyone else's. So we're sweet. Now we get to the fun part. This is a palette, a Zoeva palette that I bought myself last year. It's called the Aristo, and the coloring on it is beautiful. Look at the colors. Look, 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 look. Of course, this is my favorite. I'm a sucker for blue and green eyeshadow. I don't know why. And these all look quite subtle, but let me tell you that these all pack a punch. These colors in Zoeva eyeshadows are actually really, really great quality and have pigment and last, and they're beautiful. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is put this one all over the eyelid. Then I'm going to put this one in the crease area, and then I'm going to go in with this and then blend it out again with that. So I'm just going to do my traditional sort of blue eyeshadow look that I tend to do. Again, non-makeup artist application. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with a fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is the, no I'm not, this one. This is the Napoleon Purtis set, and this is the eyeshadow brush. Creative. So what am I doing? Yes, so I'm taking a Plutos, this one here, like that, tap. And I'm putting this one all over. This is not a very light color. For me, it is for me, like it, you know, fits. So that acts just as an overall base. Now I'm going to go in with a different brush. So now I'm going to use the e.l.f. blending brush. These are hard to come by. I'm going to go in with this color up here in the ground. Like that. Dot it along my crease area. So looking down for me. Others say to look straight ahead so you can see exactly where it's supposed to be. And that's a fair point too. So like that. And then just move it across. So when I'm doing this, I'm actually on the brow bone area and just a little bit below. And so you can see how it's created a little bit more depth. Take another brush. This is the Real Techniques. I don't know. B04, which is like they're very soft. This is a beautiful brush. So just sort of flush it out a little bit more. And always try to flick up a little bit like that. So as you can see, when I look down, you'll see that there's more color across here than there is there. So I've just added that sort of, that area that's going to sit above the blue. So back to this one, get that color again. And just dab it on first so I can see where it's going to be. So it's just, if you think about it, I'm putting it right on the brow bone. And then I always just hold a little bit. I don't pull across because you don't want to pull that skin across, but I just hold it because unfortunately I don't have firm eyelids like the young girls do on YouTube. So when they do all this sort of business, their eyelid doesn't move, mine does. So can you see now when I look down, you can see the color that's in that area where, you know, it ordinarily folds. And then if you get a bit messy here, it doesn't matter, you can fix it up later. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, yeah, this is the best part. This is now where you need to get a little bit strategic. So what I've learned over time is I could just go in with this color. I can just use my finger and rub it across the eyelid and then blend it out. That's no problem. It will last 3/4 of the day doing it that way. Or you can use a short, dense brush like that, you know, where the bristles are quite firm because you want to pack it on densely and then sort of slowly blend it out. Because as you blend, you lose some, so you've got to repack and so on. Okay, what I've learnt to do, which has helped me, is taking an eyeshadow base. So either something like this. This is the Scandalize, Rimmel Scandalize Ombretto, I think the color is. Waterproof. No, it's not. It's called Blamed Blue. 009 Blamed Blue, and it's quite an intense blue. Ooh, look at that. Holy crap, it's beautiful, right? Now, I don't use that on its own. I use it on my eyelid and then I blur it out. Another option is to use another type of sort of creamy crayon-y pencil, or in a pot, you might get some of those, like the Painterly from MAC or something, which I have, I forgot to bring. Now these you can use on their own, like that blue one, or I use them on my eyelid, and that's just like a champagne color there. I use this on my eyelid and then I pack the blue on top. So if you want the blue to pop, or the green, or whatever color you're using, try to use a base in a pencil or crayon or pot of a similar shade. So once you go in with this, it's scary, but it's okay. Okay, now this is where you need to use a brush that's dense but not too dense. So this is one from Aldi's, just La Cura Beauty, and it's sort of dense but fluffy at the same time, but it's firm. It's not like the fluffier ones. You need some density to move this color. So I've just smoothed it out. Now you go in with the same brush, or even one that's a little bit denser. And I'm picking up this blue, like that. Still looks scary, but it's okay. Don't stress. This is another e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blending Brush, which is quite fluffy, quite soft and firm. So you take that now and you work on this line that's in there and you just blur it out. So you can still see that there's a differentiation between that brown and the blue, but it's more diffused, it's softer. Then if you need to go in with that other color that you initially had across the top, then that's what I do to soften it again. See, now I've got a bit too much blue there, but don't worry about that because I'm going to bring that blue underneath to complete the look. So that's what that looks like that. Can you see? Okay, and then just using what's left over on that same little brush, I just bring it under. Like that. Now, then I take another sort of softish brush. This is a defining eye brush. I go into that top color again, and then I just blur out that blue underneath. And the purpose of that is to almost replicate the coloring that's here underneath the eye. What a difference. There are times when I don't want this big blown out look, and then I'll just go like this to work, and I'll just put mascara and I'm done. But this is a very dramatic look. I'm known to do looks like this at work. People say, oh, you haven't got your blue eyes on today. No. So that's that. Now I just got to replicate it on the other side. So can you see that sort of dark into the lighter gradient? And I really love the look of blue with that sort of brown or reddy brown across the top. I really like that. So because you want to sort of like minimize the look of the dark shadow coming up to the brow, so I just paint across like that, see? And then usually with my finger, I just dab it across. And what that does is just adds a little bit more lightness. And you want to make sure that when you do that, your finger is clean, because if you've got blue or something on, then you're going to put blue across there. Then depending on your palette, you may have a lighter color that's similar to the main one, such as this. So sometimes I've used that also to diffuse that. Now, a lot of other people go in for the heavy eyeliner across the top, you know, the winged liner and all that sort of thing. I'm not about that. This is quite dramatic, you know, and often when I do eyes like this, people often say to me at work, oh, you match what you wear. I say, yep, can't help it. I'm a child of the 80s. So this is now when I go in with my mascara. And lately I've been using this one here, which is the mascara Push Up Volume Glamour by Bourjois. And Andrea sent me this in her package that she sent me some time ago. Now, while the blue is a different color, it doesn't matter because it goes on bright, but then it just adds to the blue because this darkens, you know, soon after you apply it. I love this, Andrea. I cannot find this here. So when this starts running out, you may have to send me another one. So now, when you look at yourself, if you think that this looks a little bit messy here on the sides, I think I did an okay job, but if you find that it sort of like moves down and across, see, this is all right, it's blurred out all right. What I tend to do is I take the concealer again and I just sort of like dot it across or do like a bit of a line like that. And then I use it to try and neaten it up. So either the sponge or just even my fingers, and I do that like that. Now you've got to be careful because sometimes these type of colors, these dark ones, tend to have fallout. So like I've got a little bit of blue here on my cheekbone. So I just go in with the damp sponge and I just, you know, pop over it like that's it. I don't do anything with my brows because my brows are dark enough. I just brush them. So I just use this old traditional one and I just brush them up like that. Sometimes I'll use a bit of clear just to keep them in place, but most of the time that's all I do. And so now a little bit of lip product, I'm good to go. Okay, now when you go with a heavy eye like that, I just tend to go for a bit of a neutral lip. So I'm just using the Rimmel Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner in Addiction. Very creamy. And then this is beautiful. I've got to buy the full size. I bought this little sample one. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb. Gloss Bomb, no idea what color it is, I can't read it. That's it there. You could go with matte, you could go with creamy, you could go with, you know, glossy. I find that the glossies tend to suit my lips better because I don't need matte. My lips are dry enough. So that's it, guys. That's my look. That's how I do it. It's pretty intense, but when you're far away, you know, it looks okay. It's all right. Up close, it looks wow. What do you reckon? So let me know what you think of this. Bear in mind, I am not a makeup artist, not at all by any means. So if you happen to be someone watching this video and you know more about makeup and you can see the mistakes I made, I'm sorry. Be nice. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know if you'd like me to do any others from a non-makeup artist perspective, and I'm happy to do that. So take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Oh, I may as well go film another video now because I'm all zhuzhed up, aren't I? Bye.